So the original vision was that God would give us a building with lots of doors, and there'd be a door for each need with Isaiah 58 in mind. This is the fast that I have chosen. And he's talking about feeding the hungry and clothing the naked and open up your house to the lonely. And it's really love your neighbour. That's what it comes down to. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength and mind, and love your neighbour as yourself. And what we do here is just a small part of doing them. Because that's what we want. We want people to know that he has provided for them and he loves them so much. He's got the answer to everything. So whatever we take out in advance for them is not from us, it's from the Lord Jesus. He's providing because he loves them. And when they know that, it can make a change in their life. It might be just the beginning, but it's where a door may open.
Many of the volunteers that we have are on job seekers allowance, so sometimes they're in the same position as people we would normally help anyway. You can tell that they really don't want to be here at first, but give them a week, they sort of settle in, get to know everybody.
I work in the warehouse on the vans, going out to houses and I've got nothing. We'd done one the other week. The woman was sleeping in the bath, she ain't got nothing at all. Until Loaves and Fishes helped her out with furniture. She was crying, she was really grateful.
For whatever reason, they come to us, which can be domestic violence, homelessness, addictions. And it's you can almost hear the relief in their voices when you tell them that, don't worry, we'll go through this and we'll see what we can do to help you. And from that minute in, it's a relief for them.
To be honest, I could cry sometimes seeing what people have. Going out to them, seeing little kids lying on wooden floors on just blankets. It breaks your heart.
An old man of 83, he hadn't eaten for 8 days.
No.
We're doing him a massive food parcel.
Yeah.
Ready meals for him to eat right away.
Yeah.
Because, he shouldn't go with it.
So that's a blessing. When we first started, it was just in a little cupboard just along the way there. It's 10 times bigger now than before. We accept mainly anything, tins, packages, fresh veg and vegetables. Yes. We'll have anything like that. Cosmetics.
To be fair, we don't refuse anything, do we?
No. God sends it in and we send it out.
We send it out.
So we used to refuse things and say, I'm sorry, we can't get that in and out, it's too big. And it was a crime to throw stuff away. But in prayer, here in this prayer room one day, the Lord said to me, no, don't refuse it, take it. And he showed me John 6 verse 12, where Jesus sent the disciples back out after loaves and fishes when he'd fed the multitudes to pick up the leftovers, and there was 12 baskets.
It's amazing what we can do with something that you think is no good for your purpose anymore. It's like Christmas to me. Every time a new piece of furniture comes, I'm like a little child. I just can't wait to come to work every day and start on a new piece. It's the transformation side of it that I love. I love painting, but I love the transformation side, seeing it old and worn to how it looks when we've done it. Anything can be done with a lick of paint.
It is a bit like what we could say about us is that when God gets involved with us, we transform from the inside out, and it's the same as our furniture, is that we transform it into something beautiful when it was absolutely you could just throw it down the tip. So we take them in here and we try and make something good out of them. The money that is made in the shop all goes back into helping the homeless or helping the women in the refuge. I love the shop, my heart is here, but for me the most important thing in the shop is we're in the community. We are a place where people can come and just say hi if they're lonely. We're a place where they can come and get some prayer. We're here if they need any extra support that they can't normally get, and to be able to pray for people is a privilege.
People, for whatever reason, need our help. A lot of the burden is taken from them of where we're going to get a bed, where we're going to get a sofa, where we're going to just to sit and sleep on something makes all the difference.
I haven't nothing. I had a duvet and a couple of pillows and I was sleeping on this hard concrete floor. To have all this stuff is just absolutely amazing. It's a real change in my life now. It's starting to come together and things are starting to look brighter for me.
Every single household that we provide help for is given a prayer card and asked if they want prayer when we deliver.
On the card we have stuff that the people would like prayer for. It's useful to be able to look at this later when we call them. He'd be able to ask on the phone what's happened in his life and whether he's got better or got worse or whatever, and see if the prayer's been answered, which it usually is.
And we say, can we connect you to a local church? So the blessing continues. And that's why it's called the Loaves and Fishes follow-up ministry. It's to put them in the hands of God's children who can keep on the love, keep on the support and the caring, and improve their lives more.
I was on the streets in Dudley Town Centre, and I went into hospital because of pneumonia. And when I was in hospital, people advised me to come and see these, which is Loaves and Fishes, and basically said that they'll help me with food, they'll help me with furniture that I needed to move into properties for. And basically, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have clothes on my back, I wouldn't have food.
The men that work here, they do work hard, and they're blessed with food parcels. They're always saying thanks so much, it's such a blessing. Yeah, and they're desperate for the help as well.
We offer homeless and ex-offenders supported accommodation where they have support on a one-to-one basis 24 hours, a roof over their head, and then we work with external agencies where we can help them into employment and training, volunteering working, which obviously Loaves and Fishes are one of our organisations that we refer over to volunteer to. And we basically help them to reduce reoffending. Loaves and Fishes have supported me by donating food parcels, furniture, and helping voluntary work. Without Loaves and Fishes, I wouldn't be who I am today.
I ended up getting 16 weeks jail sentence. I've done my jail sentence. Roz come and see me in jail and offered me a place here. I was on heroin. Roz has helped me to get off the heroin now. Just getting gradually building back in. Instead I ended up back in jail as usual. That's it, Roz and that take us down to Loaves and Fishes to give us clothes, bedding, everything. If it wasn't for Loaves and Fishes in that, then I don't think any of us would last here. When I think I'm ready myself and got my medication, everything sorted, I am been to Loaves and Fishes to help out as well.
I want to help people who are in that position, because at the time when you're in that position you don't see any light at the end of the tunnel, do you know what I mean? But if it hadn't been for Loaves and Fishes, I would not have got where I am, do you know what I mean? Once you're in that hole, it's hard to get back out of it, but they're like a ladder that helps you out the hole.
I used to have problems, but since I've been here, I've overcome them. I don't get so angry. Somebody'd say something, I used to throw off the angle. Now, since I've been here, the moral support I've had of Stacey, Anna, Steve, I've turned my life around, you know what I mean? I'm always here for them.
All the volunteers, they'll come and tell you, I need help with this or that. It could be rent, it could be sanctions, but they need the support from Loaves and Fishes as much as we need their help, to know that someone cares for them or they can talk to when they need to is a big support for them every day. So when it's finished, they continue to volunteer. Some volunteers get NVQs while they're here, and many go on to find employment.
When I started here, it lifted me up. And I think that's what I want to do. I want to give food to people. I've had some moments when I've been on my own, I think. And you're trying to mark things up and put it away, and you feel as if you haven't got enough time, but you just persevere and get it done. Get a blessing.
And also, the guys that are here, you know, the main thing is as well is preaching the gospel to them.
I'm so lucky. I get up and I can't wait to come to work. I can't wait to hear from the people we help. I can't wait to actually be that person who gets to talk to them and say, don't worry, things are going to change, it's going to be all right. I can't wait to tell them even that I know how they feel. I've been there, I've been homeless, been separated from my children, I've lost everything and had to start again. And that I'm just blessed myself, because the year I was saved was the year I came to Loaves as a volunteer. But it's a real blessing to know how you change people's lives.
I've always seen miracles on the vans, collections and deliveries, and I believe there will be healings and deliverances happening in the prayer on the vans as we go out to people. I believe the Lord wants to anoint us that way. That's what I believe, but it's what He says that counts. So whatever He wants, we're open to that. I would just ask everybody to pray for us, please, because there's nothing more valuable and powerful than prayer. So please pray that we are faithful and we are anointed by the Lord to do His will, and that His presence is magnified, increased and blatantly apparent in everything that we do. That's all we want. Just want Him to be glorified.